between the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, 8, read.
Check pass, check pass.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, Charlie. Yo, Cheetah.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Greystone travel.
Check 4, check 4.
Ready?
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
60 or X3, 218, chopper. Hey, exit. Shoot.
On 2nd and 12, stick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Hey, watch it, watch it. You go tight. You got tight.
61, matchbox lights.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check 50, check 50.
Go.
Slam.
Hey, orbit. Now.
Off play action, it's Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Rush in. Check it backer.
Let's go.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now it's Bird on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Come on, man.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here,
on 2nd and 9. Prescott. He's got Fuller. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
31's the mic. You.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And Pascal's got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st down.
Here we go. Here we go, 46.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down.
1st down, Prescott. They'll get this complete to Batson. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Batson. A gain of 12. 1st down, Browns.
30. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Right in. Kill.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Kill.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Corey Grant, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
You can't block me.
80 weapon. Get it.
On 2nd down, it's Turner. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Let him know, let him know.
They're going to try and throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Strip that ball. Hey,
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Hunt, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's another Broncos.
1st and 10, Stick. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
That's another Broncos.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
I know you feel that.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Mike 19, Mike 19. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Five.
Stick back to pass. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he gets it down to the 32.
That's it, baby.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 19.
6 man.
Go out.
Check curls, check curls. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Shit.
Get it.
On fourth down, here's Stick. And able to find Kirk complete. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the lock.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well,
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Touchdown, baby. Keep it rolling.
Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Stick looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Stick looking to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
X3, 218, chopper. Check. Hit it.
A quick throw. Here's Shepard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
It's complete to Fuller. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Will Fuller with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there that time, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. They're going to go play action now with Stick. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run again with Hunt. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
That's it, baby. That's it.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Denver. He'll send this away to the Rocky Mountain Knight, and it's a good one. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. It's caught by OBJ. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. 2nd down, Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Here's Grant. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
Hey, we got 3.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast. In the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
Move. Hey, we got 3.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And an alley to run. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time 1st down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. Prescott on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll try the left side. It's Grant. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
brings up second and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Tight, watch left. Tight.
On second and 11 now. Prescott. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Fuller. A good pickup there at 22.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Here we go, 46. 26.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On second and 9, Stick. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Browns 56, Broncos 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On second and 9. Stick. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards the pickup there. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Shoot.
A shotgun throw for Stick. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
6-6. Pull it high. Rock it. Hey, Sam off.
6 guys.
There.
Watch twins. Watch out.
Now.
Stick looks to throw it again. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 19, Mike 19.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Look at me. Door.
He's coming. Double up.
Yo. Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's caught. Shepard. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Get ready.
35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
63, Broncos 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.